Today I wanted to do something a little different and talk about a show that I finished watching this past weekend, Maul Shadow Lord.
And empires can be shattered.
After finishing it, I came to a conclusion. I think I'm done with Star Wars live action. At this point, I genuinely don't think they can create something as magical in live action as they consistently do in animation. We have a lot of examples. The biggest one is Clone Wars, and then we have Bad Batch that is not even my favorite, but it's still great, and now we have this show. First of all, let me talk about the show itself. And yeah, this video contains a lot of spoilers. The art style here is incredible. There were moments where I genuinely felt like I was watching an episode of Love, Death, Robots. The way they portray lightsabers is slightly different from what we usually see. The movement, the weight, the flow of the blades, it looks like a fire sometimes. And honestly, I loved it. The visuals in this show, the Inquisitors, the seat architecture, the interiors, the ships, the overall layout and design philosophy, it speaks Star Wars aesthetic. Everything feels rich, alive, cinematic. Also, a huge shout out to the background artists, seriously phenomenal work. And of course, the soundtrack. A space opera lives or dies by its music, and while a lot of the scores reuses familiar themes, it still hits incredibly hard every single time. Quick reminder before I continue, don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps the channel a lot. Now, the first 2 or 3 episodes didn't fully grab me, they weren't bad at all, something just wasn't clicking for me yet. But from episode 4 onward, when the Empire arrives in the scene, the show really starts gaining momentum. And from episode 6 onward, hell yeah. I honestly think I ended up liking almost every character. At first, I wasn't a huge fan of the Padawan Devon, but with every episode, she kept growing on me more and more. It was kinda obvious what was going to happen to her, and that her master was going to die at some point so she could turn to the dark side, but still it was worth it, because it was very well written. What about Two Boots? Absolutely fucks up all the time, but I really like how well his character development is handled. The way he slowly starts going against the protocols that made him fuck up at the beginning of the show is built naturally throughout every episode. We all know every Star Wars project needs a great droid, and this show definitely has one. Detective Lawson is also really cool, and fun fact, he's voiced by Wagner Moura, the Brazilian Golden Globe winner who also voiced the wolf in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Fighting bad guys, fighting even worse guys. Stand up and surrender.
Maul himself is fantastic, obviously. Sam Witwer absolutely kills it, as always.
There are many who have prospered from my misfortune.
And I hate Vario. I also like the fact that some of the Mandalorians eventually betray Maul. They were never truly loyal, they were there for the money, so the moment they saw an opportunity to save themselves, they immediately tried to run. It felt believable. Didn't really work out for them, right? Side note, I'm a massive sucker for the Republic Gunship, and they appear constantly throughout the show. I loved every second of it. Here the Empire uses a modified version of it with this grayish white paint job. Not as good as the classic one, but it makes sense. Bro, the sound of that thing flying overhead, it's perfection. Also, if LEGO or literally anyone wants to send me the UCS Republic Gunship, please, I'm begging you, that's my dream set. Now, for the things I didn't like, honestly, there's only one major issue I have with the show. We already know this story is kinda going nowhere. We know how the Empire falls, we know how Vader is defeated, so where exactly can Season 2 even go? This is my biggest problem with this entire era of Star Wars right now. Don't get me wrong, I like the Empire, I love the Clone Wars, But at some point, shouldn't Star Wars move forward? And now we circle back to why I think I'm done with Star Wars live action. When you watch fights like Rey vs Kylo Ren, or honestly almost any duo in the Ahsoka show, oh my god, it's terrible, it's painful to watch, looks like they're fighting in slow motion. But then when you watch the fights in Maul, the Jedi or Maul fighting the Inquisitors, the escape sequences with stormtroopers everywhere, I mean, I can say that about all the fights, they are all insane. And now huge spoilers, we're all expecting him to show up, and he shows up.
Someone is out there.
When Darth Vader finally appears, it's crazy. The sheer presence, the overwhelming fear he brings into every scene, that is Darth Vader. And every fight involving him feels dangerous and intense in a way live action just hasn't been able to replicate lately. The speed and the martial arts of the fights here, you cannot do that in live action. So honestly, if Disney wants to keep making live action Star Wars, they either need to do something like Andor, more grounded, political, and without Jedi, or they just shouldn't do it at all, focus on animation. Anyway, I really love the show, but now I want to know what you guys thought about it. Give me your opinions in the comments below, and please share your vision for the future of Star Wars. Leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon.